parent company Warner Media to investigate claims ranging from racist comments to sexual harassment, allegedly perpetuated by the show's top executives. And on Monday, three of them, Kevin Lehman, Jonathan Norman, and Ed Glavin, left the popular daytime talk series. In previous statements to BuzzFeed News, Lehman categorically denied any kind of sexual impropriety, and Norman denied all allegations against him. Glavin did not provide a response.
The point of your show, it's just there's just a very, very pleasant environment, just in general.
I love making people happy and making people feel good.
The claims of inappropriate conduct at the Ellen DeGeneres show come in sharp contrast to its host's reputation as a celebrity so well known for being nice that it's sometimes joked about, as in the satirical cage match with Jimmy Kimmel in 2011. Some employees have insisted it's a front. One former staffer told us she was instructed not to even look at DeGeneres or she'd be fired. Another called the TV show host a vindictive narcissist. In response, high-profile celebrities have sprung to DeGeneres' defense. In an Instagram post earlier this month, comedian Kevin Hart wrote, "I have known Ellen for years, and I can honestly say she's one of the dopest people on the planet."
People want to continue to see Ellen take accountability.
BuzzFeed News entertainment reporter Christy Lee Yandoli has followed this story for months. She told us current and former employees are cautiously optimistic after the departure of those three top producers.
Was this surprising to people you had talked to at the show?
Yes. The people I spoke to were not confident that this would happen. They say that it's a great first step, and that in order to completely get rid of what they call a toxic workplace environment, it's going to involve lots of changes.
DeGeneres has said she, quote, relied on others to do their jobs as they knew she'd want them done, adding clearly some didn't. She also said she's committed to ensuring this does not happen again. An attorney for Kevin Lehman told us the fact that a deeply flawed BuzzFeed article has led to the termination of an innocent man is shocking. Glavin and Norman did not respond to our request for comment. Anthony?
Jamie, thank you. Election officials say voters will need to be patient this November because it could take a while to get the results. Ahead, how states are preparing for the huge number of expected mail-in ballots. Plus, a reminder, you can always get this morning's news by subscribing to the CBS This Morning podcast. Hear today's top stories in less than 20 minutes. We'll be right back.
We've got your back, Road Warriors. Because we know you want to get back to going your speed. Steering life at 10 and 2. You're prepared for this. And so are we. Soon, you'll get back to skipping a counter without missing a beat. Back to choosing any car in the aisle. Back to being the boss of you. Go national. Go like a pro.
Non-24 can throw my days and nights out of sync, keeping me from the things I love to do. Talk to your doctor and call 844-214-2424.
Colgate Optic White Renewal removes 10 years of yellow stains. That's like all the way back to 2010.
Their jeans, their leggings, their jegging.
Whoa.
Remove 10 years of yellow stains with Colgate Optic White Renewal.
Is skincare from around the world better than Olay? Olay Regenerate takes 131 premium products from 12 countries over 10 years. Olay's hydration was unbeaten every time. Face anything. Find out more at Olay.com.
I've had a heart attack, COPD, a heart transplant, lung cancer, and part of my lung removed. My tip is, if smoking doesn't get you one way, it'll get you another.
You could quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT now.
Okay, everyone, our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Great tasting and sure, with 9 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals,
important to help reduce your risk of fracture. With Prolia. Only Prolia is proven to help strengthen and protect bones from fracture with one shot every 6 months.
Do not take Prolia if you have low blood calcium, are pregnant, are allergic to it, or take Exgeva. Serious allergic reactions like low blood pressure, trouble breathing, throat tightness, face, lip, or tongue swelling, rash, itching, or hives have happened. Tell your doctor about dental problems, as severe jawbone problems may happen, or new or unusual pain in your hip or your thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred. Speak to your doctor before stopping, skipping, or delaying Prolia, as spine and other bone fractures have occurred. Prolia can cause serious side effects like low blood calcium, serious infections, which could need hospitalization, skin problems, and severe bone, joint, or muscle pain.
Are you ready? Ask your doctor about Prolia. FDA approved for 10 years. How could you marry Shauna? I'm Mrs. Rich Forrester. It's all based on a lie.
It is a sham. Rich is moving on with Shauna.
There's something immutable book.
The truth will come out. I'm gonna make sure of it.
The Bold and the Beautiful. New this week on CBS. When unexpected home projects come along, use the Home Advisor app and instantly book an appointment online with your top-rated pros. Be prepared for whatever home projects come your way. Download the free Home Advisor app today.
Thompson Creek Window Company has the best solution for your replacement window and door needs because we do it all. We design, build, and install direct from our local factory. You get more for your money at Thompson Creek.
Call 855-57 Creek. Buy 3 windows, get 1 free, plus no interest until February 2022.
Welcome back, and get ready. State leaders say election night could look more like an election week or even an election month. And the controversy surrounding the U.S. Postal Service right now, that is only one factor among many. It will also take time to deal with different state laws and to simply open all the ballots that are expected to be mailed in. Plus, leaders want to make sure they get it right. That's always important. CBS News Chief Washington Correspondent Major Garrett joins us. He's been looking into all of this. Major, good morning. He spoke to a bipartisan group of secretaries of state. These are the people in charge of elections at the state level. Also an election security official. What do they tell you about how they're preparing?
That this is going to take a while, that because the nation in some areas is going through a rather large transition from in-person to mail-in voting, this process will play out for a longer period of time, especially where counting is concerned. Here's the good news, though. States that have a long history of voting by mail are giving all the advice they can to states that are trying to make this transition and where the learning curve is somewhat steep. They also tell us, Tony, the president's rhetoric about rigging and fraud does not help them. It confuses and sows doubts among voters. But they're working together, persistently trying to make sure this election
What's she doing?
Oh, she come behind me trying to do stuff there.
When New York City voters cast primary ballots in June, few expected this would be the scene at the Board of Elections. No declared winner 1 month later. President Trump cried fraud without evidence.
I think we should redo that election.
It has taken election officials some time to do the counting. About 40% of New York State's primary ballots arrived by mail, a nearly 11-fold increase over pre-pandemic levels. Now New York and other states are scrambling to scale up mail-in voting. More ballots by mail means results could be slower, and that means voters will need